Hello again, this is Tony, just following up from the first video of the posting in the discussions. So let's say you want to provide a post because you have a question or you want to provide a solution to help somebody. Let me click on Chapter 1 discussion here. And let's say that we have a post right here that I made. And it says here, right, so you can actually read the post right away. If you click on more, it'll give you the post that you can read there. It says, I'm having trouble with creating the equation of a line. So they give 2 points and they have a slope there. So you can see they've shown some work there. So we'll show you how to provide your work in that regard. Let's say you want to reply to that post. So let's click on the post here. And I'm going to move this up a little bit. Sorry. Okay, and I'm going to click on reply to thread. Okay, so something to notice here is the title of the post. So the title of the post is pretty important only because it really helps to organize the information in each discussion. So in this case, this person has a problem in section 1.3, number 6. So if you have a question for a particular problem, this is how I'd like you to title your post. This way, whenever somebody else has a problem in section, for instance, 1.3, number 6, they can reference the same problem or a similar looking problem. It helps just to keep all of the work together, so when somebody else has that question, they're not going to go and recreate a new post. They're actually going to add on to this post. And again, later when we use this for review, it's really easy to navigate through. So again, when you're filling out your titles, title it with the section and the problem number that you are working on there. Now when we reply, of course, it automatically keeps the title, so no need. Okay, so let's say we're going to reply to this person. So we can do it in one of a few ways. One way is just to type it in, right? So let's say we offer him some help with the first part of the problem. So he's found the slope, but now he needs to form the equation of a line, let's say. So we know that the equation of a line is of the form y minus y, let's say 1, and I'm using that little underscore to kind of write it as a subscript, so subscript 1 is equal to the slope m times x minus x1, right? So that's a helpful start. Then we can, from here, we can choose 2 points, or excuse me, not 2 points, we only need one of the given points. So then we can plug that point in. Let's say we're plugging in, let's plug in 1 and 2. So then in this we have, and at this point you can type this out in text, so you can show all of this work just typing it out. Or what you can do is use Equation Editor. So Equation Editor can be found here where the little sigma symbol is. So if I click on Equation Editor, there's actually 3 different forms. There's MathML and LaTeX equation. Those two are, you would type in a very specific format, and then the output ends up being math related. That, if you want more information on, you can go to the README First section, and in the README First section there is how to write equations in email and discussions, and that would be a great place to kind of go through. I think writing in MathML or LaTeX is wonderful because it does speed up the process of answering questions this way. However, if you're not able to pick up on that, or you're not willing to, you can also use the graphical equation. This is actually just as helpful, and in most cases for short answers just as fast. So let's say I go to the graphical equation editor and I want to provide some the solution to what they're working on in equations. And so we've already got that we know we're doing y minus, and in this case if I do y sub 1, instead of doing that, maybe I'll write that as a subscript. So I'm going to say let me put in the little box with a subscript box. Notice that when I do that, I need to have a value first. So actually, I'm going to erase that and click Y, and then there you go. Now, when you do the subscript, hit the right arrow so that way you enter out of the subscript. So now I'll hit equals to m times x minus x and sub 1. Oh, hit the right arrow to enter out of the subscript. Now we're going to plug in the y1 and x1. It looks like we chose 2 and 1, or excuse me, 1 and 2. So then I'm going to have y minus 2 is equal to the slope, which was negative, and I'm going to choose fraction 3 over 2 times x minus, and the other point was 1 here. And let's say I'll leave it at that for the moment, right? So I'm going to leave the rest there for the person to figure out. So there. And notice now when you make the post, it only gives you this box, so you don't actually see the work. If you want to go back and edit it, you can. You just click back on there, and then you click on the sigma symbol, and it takes you right back into the work, so you can go back and edit it if you'd like. So when you click post, now you see the work, right? And now it's posted in a nice way. So that's one way to do it. You can help provide work that way. Another way that you can do it, and I'll do this in the next video, is you can actually write your work down, or you can provide a short description. So I'll go over those in the next video.